you'd like to tell them what the show was about?
I'm starting from the beginning, so you'll get the introduction from the pitch. Just jump right in. With Finn and Jake there. Yeah, you'll see.
Lance, please.
So it opens on Finn, and he's got his flamethrower and a lighter, and he's like, click, 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 and the flamethrower goes on fire, and he's like, yeah, yeah, ha, ha. And you check out wide, and you see that Finn's on the beach, and there's waves rolling up, and he's in front of this big iceberg. And he torches the iceberg, and it melts down, and you reveal all this junk that's inside. And he's like, I found another bike! More computers! What do you got? And you cut over to Jake next to an iceberg, and he's like, I keep finding baby shoes. And he torches an iceberg, and it goes down. He's like, what the heck, man? They're all lefties. Sorry I'm not finding any loot. He's like, don't worry, honey. I think we've found enough scrap to finish building our gut-rupting gauntlet dock. It's a dock that's also a gauntlet. Jake's like, oh, building this gauntlet dock is hard, man. It sucks. Hard work sucks. And he's like, don't be lazy, Jake. It's going to be tough. But we're going to have fun on that dock when it's done. And then you hear a bloop. And out in the ocean, another iceberg comes up. Incoming iceberg! And it rolls over and crashes onto the shore. And he's like, whoa, that one's huge. And Jake's like, I got first dibs. And he runs over to it, and he goes over to the iceberg, and he wipes his hand across, and you reveal this dude inside. And Jake's like, it's a guy! He's like, whoa, creepy. And he runs over, and he's looking at the guys inside, and Jake's like, they remind me of well-dressed pickles. And Finn's like, stand back, I'm gonna melt them out of there, full charge! And he runs around in a circle, and he's running at it, and he's about to roast him. And he's like, ha 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 ha. And Jake says, hey, don't roast him, man. And you got a fillet. And Jake lays his head. And it simmers down, and he's like, oh, perfecto, bon appetit, says Jake. And then Finn's like, hey, can you hear me? He's waving his arms in front of these guys. Hello, hello! And they're knocking on their heads. I don't think they made it. Oh, man, says Finn. Hey, this one's got some kind of pack. And he reaches over, touches his briefcase, and the businessman comes to life and grabs Finn's face. Oh! And the businessman is, I remember business. And Finn's like, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. And Finn drops, and the businessman drops, and busts out of the iceberg. They're all busting out, taking their stuff on. We are businessmen. Hands up. Finn's like, well, I'm Finn. He's Jake. Hey, what kind of business do you do? Says Jake. Been frozen so long, I can't remember. Looking for help, your business? We love work for you. Nah, the adventurers don't need any. And Jake jumps in. Yes, help us fix that dock. And they're like, dock? And they look over. Yeah, right over here, says Jake. Yes, this dock could be more efficient. And Finn's like, no, wait! And they're like, oh, and they get scared. Jake, this dock is our fun pie. We should be the ones to bake it. But they're begging for it, Finn. Just look at them. You see they're all like, oh, please let us work. It's business time. I want to achieve. Let us work on the dock. Finn, these poor souls are lost without their jobs. You can't ignore their plight. And Jake's like, go on, guys, fix it up. They're like, yes, sir, boss. We do a good decision. Well, they do seem really happy to do it. Jake's like, of course, man. They said they love work for you. The businessmen off screen are like, we finish. You took out wide, and this is glorious gauntlet dock. That's totally complete. Finn's like, whoa, they're good. He's like, I told you so. Finn's like, come on, let's try it out. And they run over to the gauntlet dock, and they run up this ramp to it, and then they just start going through it, and there's like logs that go through, and they jump over these logs, and they jump over this buzzsaw, swing an axe, and there's big scissors that go through there, and there's like boom. And Jake gets punched by a thing, and Finn gets punched in the butt by a boxing glove, and they jump off, and they pass through this guillotine, and over this swinging mace, and then they go through a big hoop of fire, and they land in the water. See, if we hire them full time, says Jake, they'll be back in business, and we'll be able to focus on fun stuff. Everybody wins. Maybe you're right, Jake. Jake's like, you hear that, guys? Maybe I'm right. The businessmen are like, really? Job with adventurers? Yeah, man. And then they all get excited. Rah, rah, and dance, and they throw down their briefcase, and they hammer in Finn and Jake Adventuring Incorporated. And you went to later at Finn and Jake's treehouse, and the businessmen are like polishing their weapons, sword, axe, and this guy's like ironing their socks. These guys are polishing their shoes up. He's spitting on their shoe, polishing it, and he's looking bored. Jake playing video games on their little pet computer. And he's like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha. It's like, feels weird doing nothing. Relax, man, this is your day off. And you hear, help, somebody help. And Finn's like, trouble, dude, get your axe. I'll get my, oh. And he's like, you see the businessmen are standing right in front of Finn, and they're like, adventure pack, ready for you. And they hand him his backpack already. And Finn's like, oh, thanks, thank you. And then you wipe to them, Finn and Jake like running towards the call for help. Finn's like, I have to say, Jake, my sword is super shiny and razor sharp. Jake's like, uh-huh. And Finn says, even my shoes feel different. Not only are they clean, I feel faster, stronger, more capable, and dexterous. And they keep running, and the businessmen follow them, and they're taking notes. Finn and Jake run over to where the battle is, and they're battling these flying battle cubes, these cubes that float through the air, and this cube's chasing around Hot Dog Princess. And this little pin and Hot Dog Princess is like, oh, help me, help me! Finn says, don't cry, Hot Dog Princess! And he's hitting these battle cubes. Jake and I will fend off these battle cubes! And you go cut over to the businessmen, and they're just taking notes and eating donuts. And then get back to the battle, and Finn and Jake are getting sleepy, and they're like battling these cubes. Their arms are wiggly and tired. Man, I'm super tired. Me too. Hey, business dudes, hold up these cubes so we can catch our breath. And Finn's like, Jake, they don't know how to fight. And the businessmen just run in with weapons and armor and samurai swords. And they run over to the battle cubes, and they're chopping up these cubes. Finn and Jake sit down. And the businessman comes up, water, orange slices, help rehydrate. And he runs off, and Finn and Jake are like, they're drinking the water and those orange slices. These guys are great, right? I gotta admit, they are helping, says Finn. I think I figured out how to defeat the battle cubes. And he stands up, and Jake's like, that's because you had time to rest your body and refresh your brain. Okay, we'll take it from here, guys. Good work. And they switch places, and Finn and Jake run over. And Finn's like, grab all the cubes together, and Jake grows huge. And he grabs all the cubes. And Finn, with a big rope, comes over and lassos all the battle cubes into a big Rubik's Cube. It worked. And Jake tosses the battle cubes over the horizon. Finn jumps down and lets Hot Dog Princess out of her little pen. Wake up, Hot Dog Princess, you're free. And she's like, oh. She runs out, thank you, Finn and Jake. And she runs around in a circle to Finn. And she gets up on her hind legs and she's like, especially you, Finn. And she goes over to him and she's like, and Finn's like, oh, she smells like a little hot dog. And the businessman perks up and he runs over, and the businessman slams his face in between takes the kiss. She runs away. He's like, I take one for team. This is awesome. You get a promotion, fella. And the businessman walks over and he's happy about his promotion. Woo! And the businessmen see that he got a promotion. They bend down to the Hot Dog Princess and start to make sure. That's the end. So I'm gonna stop there.
This is so good. All right. Well, okay.
So yeah, we want to jump in and have Nick and Phil talk a little about the art and design of the show, and if you want to walk through a little bit of the art.
All right, let's see. Phil. So, Adventure Time's got this land of ooh.